guys, this is Sierra, your host with Boss and Biz and Beauty Podcast. This podcast is for all the mom bosses, boss babes, and all of those creatives out there in the beauty industry. Here we talk about all things business, mindfulness, self-care, and giving artists their flowers. Welcome back to the show. So here we have no introduction needed. I mean, we all know who this is, right?
Hopefully,
right?
I've been living under a rock. Hopefully, I pray.
So we have Cameron Reed, the Cameron Reed.
Wow, thank you. I feel honored.
Yeah. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
so, first off, I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you for having me.
We definitely have been long overdue trying to get here in this space.
Scheduling, but we're finally here.
Exactly. So the first thing I like to do, should I say, is kind of always, if we've met each other, I kind of like to tell the audience on how we met and how we kind of connected. So, yeah, guys. So me and Cameron, we ended up on set for Galore magazine.
Shout out Whitney.
Yes. Shout out Whitney.
Whitney.
That is a whole nother story. Like,
Exactly.
even just meeting her the day before the shoot, I was doing a photo shoot with my girl Crystal. Hey girl. And I remember seeing her. I think she was scouting the place at Made Kulture, and so I ended up kind of getting this nudge to go tell her who I was. I gave her my business card. She's like, was doing the whole rundown on what the project was and all of that good stuff. So I was like, absolutely, like, let's talk about it. So she called me, we talked about it, she gave me all like the deets, and I ended up on set the next day.
I guess I'll say my point. Well, Whitney hit me up. She was like, hey, we got a talent. Shout out Marcus Allen. Great guy, great football player. Starting to get in the modeling world. I love that. I come from a football background, but I'll explain that later, into kind of the more fashion creative. Yeah. And she was like, hey, we want you to shoot for Galore. And I feel like Galore was, when I looked at the profile, I'm like, okay, this is big boy. This may not be,
ain't that little stuff.
Ain't that little stuff at all. I think that it definitely was something. Maybe not Vogue, but I say it was like a B tier. It's not the super tip top, but it's definitely something where it's not just anybody.
Yeah, and there's some people on there that you actually will know and recognize. For
Zendaya did it. So if Zendaya did it, it's stamped, it's certified.
And if Zendaya, if you were seeing me, girl, please hit your girl up.
Please hit her up.
You are she's one of my people I want to do celebrity wise. So
hey, hit her up. She's a GOAT. Hit her up. But anywho though, so I'm on set. And we met each other. I was there. Shout out Mendel. Also, Mendel, you deserve to be on here. My guy, flowers to you.
He's coming.
You're just amazing. Amazing person, amazing stylist.
Yes.
Definitely have to have you on the podcast, tell your story.
Absolutely.
But we were there with Mendel. We were there with Callie. Shout out you as well. Young and upcoming. You're doing your thing. PV grad. You know what I'm saying? PV, Shout out HBCU. And so, like I said, we were there with the team. And we got it done.
Yeah.
And really, she was tall. Like, that was the first thing I noticed about her. She was tall. Like, I'm like, dang, like, she taller than me. And I'm not the tallest. I mean, I'm about 5'11", but I'm just saying, still, you could tell she was hooping back in the day. She played ball or volleyball or something. So, but, she was just amazing. You were nice. Yeah. You were obviously, when you saw the work, you were very impressed and happy with the result. The makeup looked amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
And towards the end, and this was the funny part, and I have to say this. So we were saying bye, everybody cleaned up everything. We were getting ready to go. We celebrated with a little bit of champagne before then.
True.
I saw her walking. And so at first I thought she ain't fuck with me towards the end or something happened, because I was like, all right, bye, I'm see you later. She's like, all right. And she was it looked like something was going on at the time, but it kind of felt like you weren't fucking with the boy. And it probably wasn't me, but I was like, dang,
yeah,
it was just kind of a quick. Yeah, you was quick with it, so I was like, "Dang! Did I say something? Did I do something?"
Well,
but I'm glad that got cleared up now.
Yeah, and that was an interesting night because that was very last minute. There was 2 events that I went to after that shoot, and at the time I didn't have my car, so I was actually catching an Uber. I had been in a car crash a couple months, I think, prior to that show or to the shoot. So yeah, I was trying to catch Uber, y'all.
The Uber life ain't fun, man. Especially when they come to the wrong location, or it's like not a pinpoint location, and you gotta call them like where you at.
I was low key mad that night because I ended up having to walk to that gas station because
the one around the corner,
the one at the Valero down the street, because they couldn't. I don't know why they couldn't find it.
They
canceled it on me. Yeah, they canceled it on me, so I was just like, I don't have time for this. So I walked to a pinpoint destination.
You was putting in pain for that walk.
I was. So we was on a mission.
We was on a mission, but
we did it for the art.
Did it for the art.
Okay.
Epitome of collaboration.
Yeah.
Epitome of Black creatives coming together and doing something wonderful for Houston.
It was good.
I mean, just even getting the opportunity. Something that's solidified that we can look back on forever.
Yeah. Really was good. And then we had the dinner party. I know you didn't get to come, but
for reasons that those that know, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say too much. If y'all don't know, those I've told know. But either way, I did see everything, and the food looked amazing. The drinks looked popping.
Shout out Justin, the bartender. Woo! I'm gonna put all those descriptions in the bin. Everybody we're talking about on here, they're gonna be in the descriptions because they are people you need to connect with. For sure.
I've heard personally from her that he be making them drinks. He be hitting with them. So if you in the spring, more northern Houston area, definitely my southern folks.
Yes.
Look, I know it's like 40 minutes to like spring, so if you ain't got time like that, then it's all right. But if you got time, definitely go check them out for sure.
Yes, the room at the Pretty Parlor.
Pretty part like that.
So Cameron,
yes,
we would like to know, like, how did you start photography? How long has it been? And, really kind of what's inspired you to start?
I hate this question a lot.
I know.
I really do. I feel like everyone does. What started photography? And it's like, I know people want to know, but I feel like unless you sit down and we're actually talking about it. I played football before then.
Okay. 10
years ago, you asked me, I've been in the NFL right now, playing with Jalen Hurts and shit. Obviously, it didn't work out, but it was something I was passionate about. And I remember the day that I stopped playing football, I was really lost. I'm not going to lie to you. I had no motivation, no thoughts. Like I normally think, as you know, I'm a very intricate thinker. Sometimes I overthink. That was probably the only time in my life where I had no thoughts. It was just empty. Yeah. And I walked into school. It was my junior year going into my senior year. It was spring semester of my junior year. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. I thought it was just kind of over. I was kind of really just like, okay. And then I don't know how I picked up a camera. I just knew I was creative. I could make people laugh. And
that you can.
Yeah, that I can. And I was just kind of animated, but it was just me. Yeah. So anyway, I just started doing videos actually. And those videos will never see the light of day because they were the corniest of the corniest. They weren't like YouTube videos, but I like mashed different clips up and I put them all together.
Were you one of those little Vine people?
I was not. I was on Vine, but I was not making any videos on Vine.
I was gonna say, I feel like
I wasn't that Vine. King Batch. What about that backflip though? I was not him at all. I was not that because I didn't feel like that it was me. I think for me, and I'm cool being vulnerable about this. I feel like I wasn't that good looking enough to be in front of the camera. So I think, not saying that would encourage me to be behind the camera, but I didn't think that was going to be me though. You feel me? But I knew my personality. When people saw me, they really liked just how I acted as a person. Anyway, did the videos, moved forward to photos. And what really kind of solidified it was I went to the Museum of Fine Arts, shout out MFA. And I did a shoot with my friend Chidera. Actually, Chidera, thank you for coming with me, because if you wouldn't have went there, I probably wouldn't have ever started this. So we took photos and it went kind of crazy, like 300 likes on Twitter, right? And that was big for me at the time. So I was like, okay, I think I could do this shit. Really, it was like that. I think I could do this shit. We can make some shit happen. Like 300 likes on Twitter. Okay, I'm doing it.
Clocking it.
And so anyway, I just started from there. And then slowly, as I kind of got deeper into it, that's when the fashion came. But I was I was the kid wearing the Jordans. I walk like a penguin because I didn't want to crease them. Hey, if those that know, if you walk, hey, back then, like 20, when I was in middle school, like 2012, 2011, 2013, Jordans was hard to come by. So you got you a fresh pair. You got to walk all stiff. My mom making fun of my ass.
I can see that.
Why you walking like a penguin? Mom, I'm not trying to crease them. No, these things cost $200. That was a lot different back then.
Yeah.
But anywho, though, so that kind of started everything. Been Mo City kid, Southwest side all my life. You know what I'm trying to say? Mo City. Houston, been all my life. Been a decade. taking photos.
Yeah.
Feels like
so
pretty
10
much.
years. So does it feel like 10 years?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I feel like since I started at a young age,
yeah.
it doesn't feel it. Versus if I started like 21 to 30.
Yeah. No, I love that. I think, you know, whenever we're getting kind of all the tags and stuff for the magazine, of course, like I looked everybody up. And when the first thing I felt when I looked at your page is that I felt like I could feel it, like I could feel the art, and just I was like, oh my gosh, like I just love his eye for things. So I think being a person that has a lot of different backgrounds with creative directing, having an eye for things, very keen to detail, like I saw all of that in your work. And I love that it was very diverse. And I love like the artsy side. I love the fashion side, but then also like the sexy side. And I don't know, you just have a good, like, I love the style that you kind of go for. Like we've obviously done a couple shoots together, and the first shoot, like that was the thing that I was just really looking at is the professionalism and how you just really had everything kind of laid out and what you wanted. And I love that. Like you had a vision and you weren't settling for just anything. And so I really love that about you. So I know our couple of shoots that we've done have been pretty dope. So yeah, I'm definitely proud of you.
Thank you. I'm a perfectionist.
Oh, I know
I
we
think
are.
so. And, yeah. Some people like, we know they're having the same sentiment through the phone, through the screen. I think that me being a black man and creating, our work is always 10 times more. It has to be 10 times perfect. And I kind of embodied that in the beginning of like, it had to be this, and that. As I kind of, now it's kind of like, you're going to take it how you take it. Yeah. And if it's not what it is, then, or what you like, then it's okay. But I got to live by my vision. And, just speaking on the sexy shoots right quick, let me just go ahead and knock this in the butt.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Clock that. Let's talk about it. So it's like, some people, they don't like that I do it, but they have a problem with it. And I'm going to say this as genuinely nice as possible because I do not want to offend anybody and put you in a bad position. So I'm going to say this very carefully. Me being a black straight man, I have seen other non-black straight men do the same thing and get praised. And some of you who I actually follow and we follow each other like these photos and comment and give them love. But then when it's me, I'm not saying it's anyone specifically, that I know, but, come and Cam, what's wrong? All these photos, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, why me? Why get mad at me? What did I do when I've given y'all bangers? I've given y'all hits. When I do the editorial stuff, I mean, sometimes it hits, sometimes it does okay, but I don't see nobody complaining or necessarily boosting it high to the heavens and likes and validation, which I don't need, but you get what I mean? But when it comes to those type of photos, I get a coming to Jesus moment. Everybody need to stop the world and ask me if I'm okay.
Yeah. Now, do you think that that's the case because of, maybe your taste in certain or just venturing out to do other things that you're interested in, that people are just not used to it? Or, I mean, have you always kind of done the sexy stuff? It's just more of an issue because, I don't know, maybe you're more known now? Like,
I think maybe. I don't know. I think I'd have to ask somebody that's watching out there. What do they think? I feel like I've always been fashion first. I want to do the Paris Fashion Week, Milan, all that good stuff. And, my dream is to maybe work for a company or shoot magazines more than I already have. The sexy stuff is more of a liberation movement. It's more of that. I'm not going to get too deep into it on the podcast, but
I mean, you can. I mean, this is a safe space.
Okay. Well, I'll say this. I think nowadays it's a little bit harder to be a man. When I mean a man, I don't mean as in living as a man, but maybe being open about, loving women or liking women as it maybe used to be. Because back then in the 80s, 90s, they were making love songs, throwing rocks at your glass at 12 at night with the boom box. Yeah. But now it's kind of like you kind of, you do too much, you're weird. You don't look good enough, and you do something, that's assault. That's weird. And I'm not saying that none of that is supposed to be the way it is, but I'm just saying I want to express my love for women in a safe way, but also in a way that I kind of can express myself in. Yeah. And obviously, the women that consent to it, consent is a very big deal, and they do it. Then that's on them, and this should not be judged, whether it's by a viewer or a friend of theirs. Yeah. And if they're not comfortable, then it's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think, well, I love it all. So
Well,
if
that's
anybody got a
different.
problem, that's y'all's problem.
Hey, that's their problem. They beefing with themselves at that point. But outside of that, yeah, creativity in my fashion has always been that.
Yeah.
I love fashion. Like I said, I started with Jordans, started with the kicks, and then I realized like I can't wear the same shit every day.
Yeah.
I got to switch it up. You know, my repertoire, my ensemble was not.
Yeah.
It wasn't given.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
So I had to up that, and I think when I fell in love with clothes, and I
Yeah.
kind of just dove deeper, then
Yeah.
that's when I was able to. How should I say? I was able to kind of translate that into my photos.
Yeah, that you do. I feel like the next thing I want to get into is your locations.
Okay.
Locations.
Okay.
I remember after working with you the first time, because I'm very observant, you guys. Like, I don't feel like I work with anyone that I don't feel like, what's the word, that I don't feel that we kind of relate in some kind of way, you know, whether it's like I like the style that they have, or I can tell that they take certain time to do certain things that other photographers don't do. Like, for instance, like, you know, there's photographers that like to pose their models. There's photographers that scout out good locations, like this one right here. And that was the thing that I remember saying to you after our first shoot. I said, I really love how you, like, your world is like your playground. Like, I love like how you kind of correlate the fits with the location, and everything has its own feel. Like, I feel like you're never going to see anything more than once. Like, and I love that.
Thank you. So like how I kind of do it, or like how would you frame the question per se of how would you want to ask it?
No, I think just more so, I guess, what's kind of your process when it comes to looking for locations, or like, is it just something you kind of, stroll up upon? Is it kind of just between driving? Like, how do you scout?
Because I just want to know, because I know some people ask different variations of location, so I want to answer it directly the way you want it. Driving around really is the biggest thing. I feel like driving.
Your ass be all around Houston.
Anyway, my ass do be all around Houston. I think that it's just, look, Houston is so big.
Yeah.
And true. It being my home and where I'm from Most City, Sugarland, then outward to North Houston, Spring, Cypress. There's so many locations. Sometimes it's just I'm driving by, sometimes I got to slam on my brakes. Not all the time, y'all, but just sometimes. And then I gotta, back up, see a location, and maybe if I'm shooting, I may scope around the surrounding area.
Yeah.
And then I may like just yesterday, I was at a shoot by the Beyonce mural. If you haven't checked out the Beyonce mural based off the Cowboy Carter thing, y'all need to go check it out. It's really nice. I saw, and I'm not gonna tell y'all the address. You gotta find it out yourself. It was this like kind of like little like metal kind of shack. It was like all metal paneling, roof, walls, whatever. And I'm like, yo, this would be a nice little setup. For kind of like a background. Yeah. And then those things, I just take note, I take a picture, and then I may go back to it eventually. Yeah. Okay. But I guess the biggest thing I'll say about locations is I want it to be larger than life. I feel like Houston, it's kind of a mix of old and new. Yeah. You go to Third Ward, you'll see more of the history. You go to places like the Galleria, you'll see more of the future. Yeah. So I feel like when you have those mixtures of both, that I kind of don't want it to feel like we're in Houston. Some people be like, bro, when you took this picture, I didn't even know, if you didn't put the location, I didn't even use it. So I feel like I want us to really put something different, than just what we've all been used to.
Yeah. And I feel like you had an article that came out about that. You kind of were a little praised about your locations.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
It was I forgot it skips top of my head, but they did it was Adolescence. There you go. Adolescence on Instagram. They did a post about me. They came, I think, a couple of weeks before that, and like, hey, we want to do something on your work. And I was like, okay, cool. They were kind of a little bit late on getting the questions to me, but I understand. Yeah. Then they asked about my locations, and I think that's a big compliment, because the one thing I hate people used to say about my work, and godly, like, I'm so glad this stopped. They'd be like, Cam, I really like your colors. Don't every fucking photo got colors on it? Like Elmo back here got color. Like everything got, and I get it. They may talk about the vibrancy or the blues or whatever, but it's like. Excuse me, if you look at a photo and that's all you think about is color, are you really paying attention? Yeah. Even if it is location, at least you're looking deeper at the photo. Yeah. Than just.
Well, maybe they're like, it's just like, it gives a different feel as far as like, with the color grading, like.
But I feel like that's so minuscule though. That's like going into the movies and saying like the sound effects were so amazing. Like, bruh, it's the movies. They're supposed to have sound effects and basty stuff. So I feel like I want something deeper. You know, I feel like location is almost like how you can put, I like the way this movie was shot. Or I like the style of how it was shot. That's how I kind of feel like location is like, yo, you shot at this junkyard, you shot at this abandoned house, and it's like, bro, like I never would have thought of that. Or where did you find this?
So with you doing photography for 10 years, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
I guess when it comes to what you have seen in your experience, when it comes to photographers, like whether it's, you know, things that are a common thing that you've realized that, you know, you maybe want to shed light on, or just something that's, I don't know, like you feel like other people should know.
Whew, man, I try not to laugh there because I got so much stuff I got to get off my chest. Okay,
please do it.
I got 3-4 things. Okay. 3-4 things. Okay. Number one.
Let me get comfortable. Hold on.
Get comfortable. Yeah, lean back. Like Fat Joe said, lean back.
Yeah. Let me get comfortable.
Get comfortable.
Yeah.
Number one. Please, for the love of God, and I'm a Christian, so Lord forgive me, but please, for the love of God, stop trying to mix us two together. I do photography as what I like to do for a career. That is not who I am. Stop fucking trying to blend the two. Like every time you talk to me, all you see is a big ass camera in the front of my fucking forehead or something, and you think that I'm in photography mode all the time. That's not true. We're people. Simple. Point blank period. I'm a human being. I'm just like everybody else. I put on my pants like everybody else. I have a talent and a skill that has paid the bills and has got me places I am very much thankful of. But I am still a human being. So treat us photographers with a little more respect instead of a bunch of camera boy and camera girls that run around want to talk about cameras all day. Because I swear if you actually took 2-3 seconds to get to know me, that's way more stuff to me than just photography. So that's number one. Number two, we got to eat too. I know y'all want to talk about the prices, but this really pissed me off more than number one. If you can spend, and I love Beyonce, shout out hometown legend, third ward hero. If you can spend $600 on Beyonce tickets with the rest of the goddamn world of Houston, and you're sitting in fucking row 306 on the third level, but yet you tell me $200 for photos I'm taking of you is too expensive, then honey, you need to check your pocketbooks. You need to cut back a little bit. You can't be getting that 1942 that Douce every night. You gotta lower the pocketbook down. But let me move on because I'm probably make some people mad for saying that. Number three.
I mean, it's not. I mean, if that's. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel that way. I feel like, I mean, a person like myself who is in, you know, entrepreneur in business, I do feel like, you know, it is an investment. You know, I think that people should take more time and the means of spending it on themselves that's going to get them somewhere and not just out on the streets all night.
And in all seriousness, exactly. You're 100% right. Spend it on yourself. Like I can never give somebody else hundreds of dollars, and that may be a cool experience, like going to Cowboy Carter, going to the movie. You know, that's an experience. But at the end of the day, you can keep having those experiences if you actually put money towards yourself.
Correct.
And make money.
Absolutely.
So that's on a serious note. Number three, I would say that, you know, this whole creative director thing, when, you know, some people come up with an idea. Look, I understand, you know, people want creative directors' rights, but I feel like creative direction, it has to have action behind that, not just an idea. Like you can come up with an idea, but if I'm the one posing everybody, coming this, doing that, we damn near pretty much co-creative directors at that point, because you came to me with an idea, but I brought it out to shoot it. I feel like if you're a creative director, you need to tell me where we're shooting, what the idea is, and what type of shots you want.
Right.
Don't just tell me an idea and let me just go and do my thing, because at that point, I feel like I deserve creative direction credits too. That's just my own opinion.
And the price going up.
And the price going up, indeed.
And I mean, let's kind of talk about that, because I feel like I do obviously creative directing work as well. I feel like all the projects that I feel like we've done together, we've been doing some good things. Even this little space, guys.
Yes. Built it. Both of us.
We did our thing. And I think that it is one of those things that people don't always have. Like, you know, whether you're working with a company that is doesn't really know that side of it, but they have the money to fund it, so they do hire people like us to kind of like make that thing work and look good, or sell whatever it is that they're selling. And I don't think a lot of people give a lot of credit to creative directions and creative directors, because I don't know. I just kind of think that it would not be the outcome of things would not be the way that it was without that. But it also takes the whole team, obviously, to make it happen too. So I really think when it comes to collaborating work, that everybody, you know, when you're scouting people or working with people, that you are using people that are like-minded, have the same, I don't even want to say like the same goals, but at least have the same vision, and really see like what it is that you guys can all bring together, but being able to play everyone's role.
I think that, you know, first of all, creative directors are important.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes, you know, you could have a good idea that I don't have. And mind you, as long as you facilitate, you know, those ideas, and you tell me, okay, we're doing this, and that, I'm cool with that. And then if you say, hey, Cam, all right, take what I gave you, now you shoot. Okay, I'm just shooting photos at that point. Yeah. You know, but if you put all the money and stuff, then yeah. But I feel like, you know, if we're talking about, like I said, just give me an idea, and I'm the one trying to find out the spaces or places or whatever, then I've kind of shifted in that creative director role, because I'm helping you, or an art director or something, but I've helped direct something.
So whenever you have clients that want to book you, is it more so that you're expecting them to kind of have everything together?
Yes.
Okay.
Damn, Skippy, please. But another thing, on a serious note, y'all, if you're paying money, this is another thing when just investing in yourself. Come with an idea. Come with something that people can, I guess, so I can like kind of digest and make it a reality. Yeah. And I'm honored, trust me, and I have to say this, I'm honored that some of you guys or girls, y'all come and, you know, it's about, hey, I want you to shoot you, I want you to shoot me in your way, you know, your vision. Yeah. But at the same time, you're hitting me talking about, I need these photos done by next week, or I need them done in a couple of days. I can't think that fast. It's not possible. Yeah. Plus, like you said, how we met each other and we know each other. I think that partially with that rapport of collaborations or me knowing people, it's easier than just kind of throwing someone on the spot and saying, here's an idea for this. Yeah, true.
Okay. And then I know you were going down the list. I just had to cut it, but but I just wanted to make sure. I kind of wanted to check, because I do think that, you know, me being a hair and makeup artist, and, you know, I feel like I was just talking to you about this the other day. Just, you know, I've also been doing what I've been doing for 10 years. You know, obviously I've been doing majority hair and makeup, but I have been really enjoying other aspects of creativity that it's not, you know, that's more creative directing work, kind of doing shoots, doing like the setups and things like that, because I think we both are very much into interior design. So I feel like when it comes to those things, like, it really does bring a production, to be honest. I mean, like, you can't really beat that. But I am kind of in a space now where I want to dive more into that. Still do the hair and makeup, but I want to do the things that are not, you know, your everyday thing. You know, I want to get into that editorial, like, avant-garde type of look. So what would you say your style of photography is?
That's a lot. That's a loaded question, you know that? Because I think it's changed over the years.
And that's okay.
I think personally, I like to say it's fashion. Other people may say it's streetwear. Other people may say it's, shoot, I don't know. I never really like to judge my work or have a title for it. I just call it my work. But if I had to put it in a category, definitely fashion, avant-garde or avant-garde. Little bit of, I wouldn't say contemporary or
I can see that.
What's the other word? I'm missing it. Conceptual. Okay. Conceptual, a little bit of that too. You know, I feel like I've had some dope concepts shoot based, but I think that's for the most part is probably how I group it.
I can see that. And just pure art, guys. I mean,
pure art.
Y'all got, if y'all don't know and checked him out, we link in all the links at the bottom. Okay.
Shout out for, actually, no, flowers to you for like making sure to put everybody on. Because I feel like some people, they don't really put all the links or all the people in. I think that's how you spread love back to the community.
Absolutely. You know? Very big on community. I think that is the one thing that I actually can say. I'll say again and again, I'm a popular loner. I know a lot of people, but I definitely feel like I got my small little circle, but I also feel like when if I'm interviewing anyone on here, like I fully support you through and through. And I don't know, like I even just like seeing from the time that we met and where you are now, I just feel like there's just been a lot of transitions. I know like you've been kind of going through and figuring out and all these like pretty good ideas. I know you have a big project that you're working on.
Yes, ma'am. The last rodeo.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about that, just a little bit. It's called the Last Rodeo, 2001, symbolizing of when I was born, and kind of brought as a Texan. I feel like the Last Rodeo, at least, is not it's an ode to Houston first, inspired by Solange's When I Get Home. I think Solange definitely, especially when I went to her the orchestra, the El Dorado Ballroom, it really inspired me. And I think revisiting her work for the first time and just hearing the sounds, and just like the Alameda. And Benz and all this stuff that represent Houston. I'm like 10 years at least doing work solely in Houston, a couple of New York, couple of LA, but majority of being in Houston. It's like you get tired, and you want a fresh scenery. I think everybody can relate and be like, after a certain time of seeing the same highways and same cityscape, you need something different. So October 3rd, it's gonna be a Friday. And I'm gonna start dropping the photos. There's gonna be a lot of videos. There's gonna be a lot of behind the scenes. I think your calendars. Yeah, mark your calendars. I think this interview definitely could add to the journey of just kind of putting it out there. And
we just getting started.
We really just getting started.
I can't, y'all.
I'm just getting started. For real.
We just picked up some stuff today.
we really did. Hey, it's a lot. It's coming in there.
It is.
Shout out to you for as well being a dope hair and makeup artist, and really putting in work. And I would just say this about this woman right here to my right. She definitely is someone that puts in a lot of hard work, days in and days out. I know that some people may be just getting introduced for her for the first time, or to her for the first time, but definitely check her out. You gotta link yourself, because
of course,
when I share it with my people, I need them to know who's really doing the damn thing in the city. And also, if you don't know, because not everyone knew about this, but she actually helped with the boxing one, with the world champion one. My boy Sean. She did the makeup. We collaborated on putting the band-aids on his body, but the makeup with the face, that was all her. And she came through. We did it about a little bit earlier in the day.
Yeah, we did.
Made Culture, shout out to Made Culture, and we did that whole thing, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was really nice. I think that really turned out really good. I haven't really done a lot of SFX makeup in a little bit, but it was fun. And I think that's just what I love. Of course, I was making sure to practice and make sure everything was looking to my liking, because I'm a perfectionist myself and I like things to be realistic. So yeah, that was fun. That was a good shoot.
I do want to touch on community. I feel like,
let's do it.
People of Houston, hear me now when I say this. There's a lot of talk. You've heard it. I've heard it. You've heard it. It's no secret. Everybody wants community. Everybody wants their tribe of people. I think that, and some people are going to disagree. Some people around my age are going to think I'm batshit crazy and probably don't know what I'm talking about, maybe full of myself. But I feel like the people from ages 20 to 25, we don't really know what community is. Not because we're incapable of having community. We're all living each other's lives. Yeah. And with you being, I'm not going to say your age, but definitely older than me, I feel like, you see a different side. Yeah. And when I do see you, and we've talked about, people in your age range, I feel like there may not be 100% community, but I have seen where there's a lot more community than people right now. I think and for me, for my age group, we have cliques. You know that. You know who hangs with this person, who hangs with that person, who's at this location, who has that location. I wouldn't call that community. I just call that a group of people that hang out with each other because they have things in common at that point in time. Right. I feel like community is wide, vast arrangement of people that do different things. That, hey, if I hit you up, boom, you're gonna help me, I got you. If I hit you up, boom, not just because we're in the same circle, but because we're in the same community of networks where if I get a referral and everything's green, you're gonna come through even though you don't know me. Prime example, shout out Era Vintage, dope designer in Houston. Also Mo City, I don't know if it's a native, but she is in Mo City, so she hometown. I'm gonna call her Mo City native, just because she live here. But she actually knew me through Mendel because we've done a lot of pieces with her work, me and Mendel, and I actually got to meet her for the first time today, real life, and she was amazing. She welcomed me into her home, and I was just blown away by the decor, by the interior. It was just amazing, very beautiful, and she really just welcomed me with open arms, and she let me know, like, hey, since you work with Mendel, I don't let everyone use my pieces, but I trust you. And that's community. Even though we've done prior work, it's still that not knowing somebody but still having faith that they're going to do right by what they say until that faith is broken.
And that was good. And then she had a little surprise for you.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
What was that?
When she showed.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm so sorry. I'm locked in the conscious. I'm sorry. I didn't want to say too much. That
so was a good moment.
That was a good moment. When we went in the house, there was the pictures, prints.
They look like paintings.
They look like paintings. Pictures and prints on the wall. Of just my work. And mind you, like I said before, coming in there trying to be respectful of her space and just admiring everything from a artistic point is how I want my house to be. And then she called me over to like the staircase. And I saw two of my older works there, and I was like, wow, this is like speechless.
And she had them looking really nice in the gold frames. Everything was like,
exactly.
It was really, really nice home.
It really was. And shout out to you, Era, because that's what I mean by community, where you don't know me, we've never met, but you still, and she gave me like a couple of good clothes that I'm going to be using for my project, like a big bag. And that to me is community, not just showing up to events, not just showing up to shows. Anyone could show up to a show, anyone could show up to an event. And I'm not hating on nobody that does, because I know some people do that, and that may be their way of showing community support. But I feel like until you're giving someone pieces that you worked hard for, just off the strength of you knowing somebody else, and this the first time, then I don't really count that little showing up to just events and stuff shit as community. I consider what just happened today, even if it did involve me, as community, because I want to be. I've given away cameras. Shout out Tega. I've given away cameras. I've given stuff to people that I could have charged for. I could have did this. I could have did that. And you can ask. I ain't got none to hide. I got the receipts. But I feel like that's community, just doing stuff because you want to see the next person or people in your circle grow.
Yeah, that is what it's all about. I think we definitely talk about that a lot on the podcast, because it is definitely something that I am very serious about as well, just because it definitely takes a village, you guys. Like, you can only go so far by yourself. Eventually you're gonna get busy where you're gonna need to hire a team, hire like someone that you can trust, build those relationships, and that cohesiveness when it comes to like a team is so important. Like, I like to be able to not have to be somewhere, and let's just say like me and you are doing a project, and you know what I would do without me being there, know. So if he can't get to me, he already knows like what I'm about, what I like, and I feel like vice versa. So I think that is what I really feel like I've been building over the years, is finding those people, which I think between the both of us, we're pretty limited on who we work with. We kind of have to be. But I like it that way, and we worked it to be that way. And, it's really nice to, do what we do on our own time with who we want.
That's definite. I like that. I like that a lot. And I feel like we have. I feel like we have kind of curated who we work with. And we've curated who we want as muses, types of people. Absolutely. And I think that's another thing too. I think I want to kind of touch on as well. I think, I started this 17. Yeah. Kind of blew up or started getting recognition around 19, 20. I think that the sacrifices I had to make really is what propelled me forward. It's because because I'm gonna tell you right now, and nobody, well, only few people know this. I didn't even go to prom. I was like, fuck that. I didn't go to homecoming.
Dang, I didn't know you didn't go to prom.
I did not go to prom.
Why?
I was working.
Okay.
I was, and a lot of people.
Also, were you taking photos of people for prom?
Nah.
Oh, I was about to say,
I was
like,
not.
damn.
No, that's losers. That's losers though. What? I ain't finna go out like that.
I was gonna say,
some
damn.
loser, dang.
I mean, you got your bread. I mean, it's what I mean. Prom, I went to prom, and the shit wasn't all. I mean, once you,
it wasn't all that.
I mean, you wear what you wear. You do a little dance, and by the time you eat whatever the fuck they got going on there, you ready to go. Everybody trying to hit Galveston or whatever.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Y'all know what it is.
Is that here. Just that got to be like
it literally is. I mean,
thing.
I didn't end up going because after graduation, I was in Vegas. So
that must be like a ritual thing. That must be like a just a passed down thing.
I think
as soon as you go to prom, you go to Galveston. Some people lose their virginity. Some people,
which is funny because I was doing a lot of prom this year, and obviously I've been way out of high school, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing after prom? And they're like, oh, we're going to literally. I was like, yeah, we're gonna go all down to the beach.
But I feel like Galveston is like it kind of represents freedom. It's like you're down by the water,
then it's like, I guess so.
And plus, that's like the farthest at high school you're really away from your parents. Like, no one's like, we're going to Austin.
Where it's like you could kind of do something. Yeah. There's stuff to do.
Party a little bit, you know. Because, I mean, you're not going to Austin. You're not going to San Antonio.
Basking in the sun.
Exactly. That definitely is crazy. I cannot believe that's still relevant to this day.
It is.
Because, man... out.
Yeah.
that just blew my mind. Like, I didn't know that was, because I'm thinking at that time when you graduated that it was something completely different than Galveston.
Yep. I didn't end up going to that, but that's what a lot of people, it sounded like their plans were. So, but you said you wanted to touch on muses.
Muses but first I want to finish the sacrificing thing. You got to sacrifice. I'm telling y'all, I wish there was another way around it. Some of y'all aren't going to want to hear me. I know some of y'all got jobs, some of y'all got bills, some of y'all got kids. And I understand that my version of life isn't your version of life, and that's completely understandable. I don't blame you for it, but at the same time, it's still kind of like shout out to Takashi Murakami. But still at the same time, it's like you got to put in that effort. You got to put in that work. And every day people ask me, well, not every day, but certain times, how'd you get this? How'd you get Nike? It really would just work. There was no letter I sent. There was no DM. There was no message. It was just me putting in work every day. Yeah. And I'm going to say this quick story and I'm going to move on to the muses that I shot a shoot in 24 hours. I said, back with a certain group of friends, I'm not going to name any names. Not because we got bad blood. I just ain't got the permission to say it like that. We were all in the group chat. Sorry, we're all in the group chat. We were talking, and I was like, "Yo, I'm ready to do a shoot. Like, I want da 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 da." And so I'm like, "Okay, bet. Let me hit him up." We hit him up. It's like 2:00, 3:00 in the morning. We going through fits. We sending pictures. We got different things. Yada yada yada. And okay, boom boom boom. We got it done. Go to sleep. Next morning, like 10, 11, 12 in that range, we go shoot it. Edit it when I get home, 4 or 5 o'clock on Twitter, on Instagram. And mind you, that was on 24 hours. We was just up in the wee hours of the morning getting the fits. And it was like almost like it felt like, what's the word? It felt like Ultra Instinct or something like that, where it's like we were just moving, like surprisingly all of us were just up. Yeah. And I didn't expect that. Yeah. I would have never been like all three of us or all four of us at this time will be up. And we just planned it and everyone got their fits and then we shot it. And then actually that photo ended up when the Houston Chronicle did an interview on me. One of those photos was actually one of the photos they used.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, it was crazy.
So what have been your big accomplishments?
I don't like to brag.
Come on,
but I'm back anyway.
That's why we are here, okay?
I'm back anyway. Okay, so I don't like to brag, but that's what we're here for, I guess. So, LA, Nike LA, playing new campaign. New York, Nike Dance, Nike Run, LaToya Luckett, Essence, Kelly Rowland, Pepsi, Sandra Douglas, the first female president of the Raiders, that Essence, Sarah Jakes, TD Jake's daughter, Essence, some stuff for Lewis Hamilton, and actually, you know that metal robot that's like very sexy. They got the little 2-pointed.
Oh yeah,
with the boobs and stuff like all that. Yeah, that I don't know how to say his name. He got like a Japan name, but they did a collab, and it was like his brand with his design on the shirt. So I did that for Hype Beast. Dang.
Oh, you worked with Wisdom?
Yes. Shout out Wisdom. And everyone was like, yo, what's it like working with Wisdom? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, he a regular person like me. I mean,
I love his work.
No, like, I mean, I do too. I guess I feel like that wasn't the space where he was exuding his aura. As
that was for UGG, right?
Yeah, that was for UGG. So it wasn't like his crazy fit where he got a hat and this big ass coat.
Right.
It wasn't. It was just chill.
He be eating them shits up though.
I think that and we went to Miami. And honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm sorry for anyone that likes Miami, but I hate Miami.
Why?
I just feel like it is a southern version of California, and I like Cali way better. And I know some people, Cali fake cousin. Look, when you see the mountains, and when you playing your favorite song, riding through the hills, I'm sorry, you can't beat that feeling.
It is different. I feel like even me being in Vegas, I miss the mountains.
And Miami ain't got no food. Some people may disagree with me, but I feel like Miami got food like that. I feel like, look, I'm about to make everybody mad right here. Okay, this is my little Kanye moment. I ain't gonna say nothing crazy, but this is my Kanye moment. Southern food is the best food. From Texas to about Georgia, best food in the United States. Up north, y'all may have like the more plethora of like Indian, Asian, Hispanic, Italian. Y'all may have that. But it ain't shit compared to what we got down here regardless. And out west in California, I'm just praying y'all got food in general, because they be starving out there a little bit. I love y'all, but y'all be starving. Like, that's the one thing in LA, in New York, that I really had trouble with getting is good food. Yeah. Now, I know what y'all saying. We may be big backs down here, but at least our backs are big. At least we filled up. True. At least we got some food. But anywho, though, no, Miami was cool. I think that I definitely got that Miami Vice vibe. I feel like down there is a lot of like car culture, and like, you know, if you got money, you're gonna enjoy it. Now, I was in Miami Beach, so I will give the actual city of Miami, like Dade County, I think it is. I'll actually give them a pass because I wasn't there on that section. But I feel like Miami Beach though is severely overrated. Okay. I would never ever go back there unless I'm getting paid.
Yeah. Well, you definitely have a lot of accomplishments. I think that is awesome. I think being your age and, like you said, just putting in the work, I think that's really what it is all about. It is not easy out here, you guys. Like, I think being an entrepreneur, it looks good, but there is so much going on behind the scenes, you guys. And I think that's one of the reasons why I feel like this podcast is really what I want to really talk about a lot is like what it really took for people like yourself to be where you are, because people want to know. People want to know the tea. But I also feel like it really does you know, there's someone out there that can relate, or because I mean, it's hard, y'all. Like, I cannot sit up here and say like there wasn't some moments where we're just like, damn, when we getting our next dollar though? So like, boy,
man, oh my, I'm sorry, babe. I don't mean to sink y'all so much. It's just when she says these things, because I know you know about net 30 and net 60. Fuck net 30. Fuck net 60. If I found out who came up with that idea, if I catch him on a good day or on my bad day, whichever day, it don't matter to me. They were going to get banked upside the head real something serious, because I don't think, me personally, that any creative should wait 60 days to get paid. Because Nike... they're not waiting. They're not waiting 6 days to get paid. Under Armour, Essence, these people, and it's no offense to y'all. I love y'all because y'all didn't come up with the pay schedule. But I have to be honest and speak out and say that y'all get paid probably every 2 weeks, being like the longest time. We got to get paid every 30 days.
Sometimes 60 though.
Sometimes or 90. I've heard some people say 90.
I feel like it just depends on. In my experience, the bigger the production, the longer it's going to take to pay.
But it shouldn't be fair though. Because it's like we put it now. I get it. You know, some they fly you out, you know, they put you in nice hotels and stuff. Okay, I can understand maybe they got to get the books balanced. Because I mean, flying everybody out and stuff, that does take money too. So you want to make sure everything's topsy-turvy. But necessarily though, 30 days should be standard. Anything past 30 days, you're playing with people's money. Like me, when I was in New York, right? I'm not going to say any company names or any specific people, but I'm waiting on net 30 or net whatever. And that's my fucking rent. I'm not like, motherfucker, like, I gotta get paid, so I'm not on my ass. You feel me? That's my goddamn.
But that is the thing. I mean, you be waiting a while, but that check be looking good when it hit though.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. People gonna be disappointed. I remember I did a job for a big company. Mm-hmm. That check was 15,000 smackaroos. Now, mind you, I'm like 20, 21. Boy, I thought it was straight balling. I'm talking about you. Throw it in pocket. Who cares?
What's the first thing did you buy?
Oh, damn. You fucked up when you said that. I remember, I went to I got me some film for show. Mm-hmm. I remember I got me some clothes, some shoes. Now, mind you, when you go out of this shit, you got the money. I mean, mind you, when I woke up that morning in the hotel, because I didn't have a place then. I was just going back and forth.
Yeah.
And no, actually, no, I was staying for like a month or two, but still, either way, I was going back and forth. I didn't have permanent residence.
Yeah.
When I saw that 15 smackaroos, I had to double check it. I had to screenshot it. I'm telling you, because a boy like me from the country ain't never seen that much money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? I saw a couple digits with the comma. That comma hit different. When you see that comma, you get real giddy. I remember the very first thing I did, very first thing, I extended my stay at the hotel I was at. Yeah. It was in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And so actually the people, if they ever saw this and they ever recognized me, because the story is very specific and they would know, they were like, yo, like, you keep renewing your thing. Like, and I'm like, I'm just trying to stay out here for, like a month or a couple months, like, yada, yada, yada. Like, you could go to Jersey. Now, mind you, at the time, Jersey is like Atlanta. Yeah. I was not trying to go over to Jersey. I don't know nobody in Jersey. I don't know what they do in Jersey except for Atlantic City. Yeah. So when they were like, you could go to Jersey, get something cheap. I'm like, bro, I ain't going over there.
Yeah,
them Negroes, I do not know them.
He was pretty settled.
Yeah, I was good. Yeah. I had my little hotel card, and I was just exploring the city.
Yeah,
and that's what I did. I extended, and then, like I said, I went to go treat myself. I want to tell all young creatives that are under the age of, I would say, at least about 23. Hey, save your money. You do a big job, save your money. Get you something you like, spoil yourself because you deserve it. But hey, when you got to pay taxes, and that's the thing too, I want to tell everybody, when you get these big jobs, them taxes will hit. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not going to be an accountant guru because you're more of an accountant guru than me, but I think we both can agree that save that money. Yeah, because it's cool at first when you get it, but when them taxes hit, you're going to wish you had that money back. For real.
Yep, I think it's 30-40% of every service, basically. That's the sweet spot, as they say.
But sometimes they don't take out the taxes. Sometimes they just give you the money up front.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to take your money that you get and you got to put that 30-40% to the side for a little bit. Because if not, you're going to be wishing you had it when tax time. When Uncle Sam have his hand like that, yeah, you're going to be wishing you had that 15 or at least 7. They ain't trying to hear all that.
They ain't trying to hear all that. You got to trust me. I've been through that. But really, it has been one of the greatest opportunities and pleasures of my life.
Yeah.
I think that, New York? Yes, going to New York. I definitely want to try out California. Yeah. Shout out to all my people in Cali. If you ever know when I'm going to go out there and I announce it, hey, check me out, hit me up. I'm not saying I don't like New York. I'm still tapped in with my up north people. You feel me? New York, Brooklyn, because I've been to Brooklyn. I'm in Harlem, Morningside Heights, East New York. Don't go to East New York. You're going to be in the hood next to Brownsville. Trust and believe that. And just even in like Midtown, like 34th, by the Empire State Building. Yeah. I've been in that area living. So it was a great experience.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like
I liked it.
Yeah, my one experience was back for Fashion Week in 2016, and it was a good experience. A lot going on.
Probably was different than what it is now, because I feel like social media wasn't such a influencers weren't such a big thing. It definitely
was. It was a time for sure. I think after coming home, I couldn't feel my toes for like a month.
All that walking, yeah.
Oh my God.
Because your body ain't used to it. That's the one thing about walking that I will say that up northerners they're just used to it. Yeah. So they could walk like 50 blocks and be cool. We walk 50 blocks, our shit gonna be burning like we just did a workout.
Can't do it. I'm spoiled.
And look, I love New York, but man, I need my car. I ain't gonna lie. The cold humble me something fierce. Yeah. Talking about, boy, man, like, let me tell you something. You ain't never been so humbled when you gotta wake up. And might see down south, it ain't really cold, so you can get up and you see. Well, let me say this first. New York, you have to be ready to go out. You cannot walk out looking bummy because you never know who you're gonna meet. True. You have to just, soon as you have to be best. Yeah. As soon as you step out the door, or at least presentable. Yeah. Teeth, hair, face, everything, clothes, everything. Tuesday, you kind of get away with that. You hop in your car, drive through, whatever.
Yeah, y'all know how we be. You know, y'all be walking around with the bonnets on,
do rags on, white
now,
beaters.
Now I will give the ladies and the guys the bonnet. I mean, because I feel like there's this thing with like wearing bonnets out in public, and it's just like,
I mean, it depends on where you're going.
Well, yeah, too, but I also feel like we in Houston, like it's humid as hell.
It's humid as hell, but you don't need to be going to Papados with no bonnet.
No.
There's places and spaces where bonnets are acceptable.
Yes.
We are bonnet friendly and positive, but do not walk in no goddamn real restaurant or establishment with no bonnet on. They will stereotype you.
Yes.
But it humbled me because it was like 30 degrees. I'm walking out shivering as fuck. There's ice on the ground. That slushy shit. I almost fell. No. I will fully admit I almost did a Home Alone. For real. When they slipped out, I did it almost Home Alone. I'm walking trying to... I thought I was going down. I thought it was going down bad. And I just realized at that moment, I realized two things. Why the fuck is it so cold? And I need my damn car. Riding that subway when you got to sit there and when the subway pull up, you pray that bitch is cranking like 85 degree heat. Oh Lord Jesus. I'm telling you, heat became my mistress. That was that guilty pleasure where if I just had heat, I could go from like the bottom of Manhattan, where the ferry at, all the way to damn near Harlem just to get some heat. Because I didn't want to walk in that cold at crazy. All. But definitely blessed, definitely happy. LA, like I said, I liked LA first. Yeah. LA was I'm a West Coast boy. I feel like some people could see me out in LA probably more than New York. So I feel like that was kind of like where I was calling. But everyone, no, New York with the fashion. I mean, it is true. Yeah. But I think LA just had a special tie because of
more your vibe.
Yeah, and it wasn't hot.
True.
It was like 75 degrees and it was 12 o'clock.
It was that dry heat out there. We like that.
Was it dry heat though? I feel like it's more, I don't even know what to call it.
In California?
I just feel like it's coastal. I just feel like that's the word I would call it.
I guess coastal, so, but I mean, it's still, it is considered dry still.
It's just, I just don't feel nothing. It just feels plain. It feels
plain
nice.
Jane. So like with New York, when did you end up coming back?
Well, I think I, can explain more now that I've kind of, and I'm breaking this first. I've never told only but a few friends this, but to the masses, I got sick. I think it was diet. Like you said, different food. It wasn't bad food. It was just New York has a different palate than Houston or any down south. Yeah. I got sick during the summer. And I was going back and forth from Houston to New York. So really from, I would say, mid-end June to like August, I was like back and forth. Yeah. Because I had lost weight. I was like normally, now I'm like 170, but before then I was like 130. Yeah. And I was looking skinny. You could see it in my face and I didn't know what was going on. Yeah. I'm not going to say what it actually was because I feel like that's a little bit too personal, nothing too crazy, but it was definitely some stomach issues that had been going on, probably because of what I just said. And, I had to draw like 5 tubes of blood because they checked everything. They checked like cancer, STDs, everything. God blessing, everything came back normal, and hereditary stuff as well. But when we found out what it was, and mind you, this is just an act of God. I don't think that I can really call anything else. Normally with this type of ailment, you would have to take medication, and it's actually been TV like prescriptions and stuff, like the zip prep or crack, and they have them laundry list of little symptoms. It was one of those, but luckily I think when I came back to Houston, and it's that good Southern food. I always do like no food. I actually started just eating the normal stuff I used to eat back here. It stopped. Yeah. And I gained weight. Like I said, now I'm about 170. And, that was a big improvement from... Yo, man. That was a big improvement to where I was. Yeah. And so the last thing I'm going to say is that I left New York and it was faith. I didn't know what to do. And I was kind of sad because I didn't really even get to enjoy my last summer in New York like I really wanted to. And I remember I had to leave. And I was like, bro, I don't want to come back to Texas.
When did you come back?
September. Okay. After my lease was up. Okay. Like close to September, around like, I think close to Fashion Week. Because I didn't go that year. And I was like, man, I don't know what to do. I'm going to be back in Houston. I ain't going to lie, I was hating so hard. I'm like, I don't want to be back in the South. Like, ain't nothing to do. But I had faith, and then it was really a testament that things worked out in my favor because that week when I came back from Houston, I got the Kelly rolling. Got the Gatorade thing I was able to go to San Jose with, and I got the Sarah TD Jake's daughter.
Oh, good. So so I feel like, and I think that's something I feel like we've talked about a little bit, because my relocation and just everything that you built and everything that you were kind of doing, and then you're kind of things happen, life happens, life hits you, and you kind of have to kind of surrender to the journey a little bit and kind of shift a little bit. Was that shift hard outside of the sickness? Like, were you able to kind of like maneuver pretty smoothly when you came back, or how would you say that was? Because I feel like just a lot of people who are entrepreneurs and do what we do, obviously we build a clientele, and I think a lot of people don't really tell the ins and outs on what that looks like, or like what you're going through, or what the business side of it looks like, because of the personal side, and how you have to kind of like maneuver through those obstacles.
It was tough at first. I think just rebuilding my strength, doctor's office visits, probably that's the most times I've ever had a bill for a medical doctor's office. I think just seeing myself in a fragile state, I think just coming back and adjusting, like, this is real life now, and kind of having to rebuild. The move wiped out all my money.
Dude,
if you move from New York or LA, just
or
know,
Vegas,
your account finna be wiped. Bad. I'm talking
Yeah.
about you gonna be broke when you get back. So even then, just kind of what to do now. And there was a cushion with the like I said, with the jobs I did get, so it wasn't awfully bad.
That's good.
But after that, and that money kind of came and went, it was kind of like, okay, what's the next big thing? And I think I was a little bit hard on myself, and I don't want people to be hard on themselves. Because I feel like, especially me being, I'm just saying my age, because people probably want to know, I'm 24, about to be 25, and I think that, they expect us, at least in the Gen Z age, to kind of have everything figured out, when we're just now beginning to really be adults, and as you being older than me, I know you can look back and be like, when you were 24, 25, you knew more life than what you did at 21.
Definitely.
But it wasn't such a like, you gotta be making multi-millions.
No, fuck that.
But they make it seem like we do, because of the fact that social media and comparing.
For sure.
And I think last thing, sorry, I just want to say this last thing because it just came to mind. Don't compare yourself. I've had my comparing moments. I think we've all had, no one's special or no one's exempt, but really focus on your own race. I think that's what really exalted me to this position. Is I remember back when there was another photographer. Obviously, I'm not going to say his name. He went to school with me. And at the time, everyone's in a box. So one person played football. He's a photographer, yada, yada, yada. And when I quit and I was doing photography, this was actually at the high school I started with, because I moved to another high school sophomore, junior year. And everyone's like, yo, you trying to copy him? You trying to be like him? It was so bad. People, let me look to the camera when I say, let me look directly into the camera. It got so bad. I wanted dreads on my own accord. Didn't look at nobody. Just wanted dreads on my own accord. Since he was able to, I don't think he had dreads like full time, but he was able to lock his hair when he wanted to. People was like, oh, well, you want to get dreads because of da-da-da? And I'm like, don't you ever in your fucking life compare me to someone that walked these damn halls just like me.
Right.
But it's that comparison that made people interested, because people love something to this or that.
Yeah, correct.
And I think that it goes from this or that to, I should have that job, not that person. Or I can do the same thing that they're doing. Why am I not in this position? And I've had those moments. I'm not perfect. I've done it probably more times than what you may think. And that doesn't mean I'm hating on someone. That just means that I know my ability. And I know that if they can do it, I can do it. And I just want to reach the heights that I've worked and sacrificed for. But I realize that when you kind of just take the time to not worry about that stuff and really just live in your truth and live your race and run your race, it's going to happen.
I love how you say that, because I feel like that's something that I definitely voice a lot. I think it is very important to know who you are and where you're going, and remembering why you started what you are doing, because I just feel like with social media, with all the different things, algorithms changing every 3-4 months, I just feel like if you don't stand on your own and know that you are bringing value, you have worth, and that you are doing what makes you happy and what makes your art and unique. Anyone could just come in here and tell you whatever, and it's just like, you're gonna believe it. So I just feel like, know who you are, like you said, living your truth. I think that's really important to anything that you put your hands on, it's just whatever it is, like, as long as you are happy with it, does not matter what the next person says, because there's gonna be people who love it, there's gonna be people that hate it, but there is someone out there that loves you, your art, what you do, how you are, who you are, and shine in that.
I want to touch on this last topic before we wrap things up. Yes. I think that, number one, I'm going to say this because I feel like through all the laughs and jokes and relatability and just discussions, I want to say this because I feel like I need to say this. Love me or hate me, whatever you've heard, whatever it may have been from this person, that person, Willy Wonka, Barney, whoever may have told you something, or if you've loved me from the beginning since Twitter days in 2019, or you've become a new fan 2022 and beyond, I've left my mark on this city. I left my mark on the history of photography. And when you mention my name with some of the very few but great photographers that have come out this city, I have left that mark and I've left that footprint. And I've inspired people, thousands, hundreds, at least that. I can't say millions yet, but you know what, we getting there. But I've stamped my mark on Houston, whether you like it or not, whether your friend or whoever aren't very fond of me, whatever it is, because at the end of the day, I acknowledge the haters. I acknowledge the doubters and the naysayers and the people that got something to say, because you know what? It fuels me. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like the next big accomplishment is going to make them even more matter. Yeah. And I would say to them, instead of worrying about what I'm doing, go do you. Go create your own. Why focus all so much time? If I'm not that special, go worry about you. But now, since that out the way, the last thing I want to say is, like I said, I'm going to end on some positivity because that's what I'm about. We need to build up Houston. I know that may not always be people staying in the city, that may be people leaving and then coming back with the resources, but we do have talent. Yeah. We do have people that really give a damn about the city and really care about where it's going. Some people want to stay. Like I said, some people want to go, but we have to remember that it's all in the great picture. It's all in the bigger picture of where we're supposed to be. And we can always come back. Absolutely. You know, we can always come back and I always said, Houston, the problem with Houston is it's not the talent, it's the money. Because the people with the money aren't building studios, aren't building this, aren't building that. They're building hospitals, and we need hospitals, but we don't need no hospital on every goddamn block. You got Methodist Urgent right here and Memorial Hermann over there. We don't need that. We don't. One will do, unless there's another COVID thing, but I can't get too deep into that. But I'm saying we have the people, we just don't have the resources and money. And some people that have these dreams or may have a little bit of more finances and they're trying to make a way, I commend you. We thank you. Just like Made Culture. I didn't know Made Culture, but eventually we found it. And now the money that we're giving him, he's giving it back. Yeah. He's building different things, but that's where it starts. That's that community. Because now we only had Sandman and a few other places to go to before we even discovered Made Culture. Right. Now Made Culture is another hub. And it's a real studio that people can get together and use a bunch of props. Yeah, definitely. And for $25, go to Made Culture. Shout out to Made Culture, because he doesn't have to do any of that. Yeah. He could really charge what he wants. True. So I think that, you know, when it just comes down to everybody, look, we're all just trying to make it. We all trying to be number one. But let's remember this, and I want to say this, and I'm not saying it because I put myself in this category, but I will say we all can't be Michael Jordan. You know, maybe I'm a Michael Jordan to somebody else. Maybe a Michael Jordan for me is somebody else that, you know, is doing what I want to do. Yeah. But at the same time, we cannot always be number one. That's as black people too. We cannot always be the star player. You lose the fact that you're making millions of dollars. Scottie Pippen still is a star. Yeah. Still made millions of dollars. Still living better than probably 99% of us. But he may never be Michael Jordan. Yeah. He may never have his signature shoe, but do you see him crying because he don't have his signature shoe, or do you see him living good? Because last time I checked, he was on the Last Dance documentary. He was still doing his. They still wanted his info and input as much as Michael Jordan himself.
Right.
So I think that if we can stop worrying about being Michael Jordan so much and worry about just getting our own in whatever position that may be and maximize it, we'll be okay. Yeah. And then putting those resources back into our community, back to our community as Black people, so we can do better business. And whether that's with ourselves or with somebody new, then Houston will be all right. Because then we can finally then officially say we can rival New York, Miami, just creatively. Miami, LA, all that stuff. Because as it stands right now, and I'm going to put it out there, some people, and this last thing I'm going to say, some people may hate me for saying this, but I got to be real. If I'm comparing Houston right now, we know better than like 05 Atlanta. We that's the closest we are right now. The nightlife needs to stop at least, or get died down a lot. We need to stop worrying about bottles and sections. We need to really build some infrastructure if we want to talk about Houston growing and being a rival to LA or New York. It's not just about the nightlife anymore. We need to kill that shit.
Yeah. And I feel like with all that being said, like what would you say, or what would you want to give the audience as far as advice to whether it's to start photography or people who are inspiring to run their own business?
Do you be yourself? Follow your path. Try to get advice from people older than you, but don't take it as law. Don't put your faith in nobody but God and yourself, and maybe your family are ones that have been there with you since the beginning. Those that want to start photography, just do your own thing. Don't look at me. Don't look at nobody else. You can study me, study how I may take photos or composition, but don't try to emulate what I've done. It's just not worth it, to be honest. Charge what you're worth.
Yes.
Charge what you're worth. Charge to your experience level and your skill level. Don't charge $1,500 if you know you've only done one photo shoot, but definitely don't charge $1. You know, your time is valuable.
Yes.
And time. Time is the greatest currency, because time is something you can lose and never get back. True. So spend time with those that value who you are. Realize that friend groups may not last forever. If you're in high school, you may not be with those people when you're my age. Correct. Or people my age, you may not be with those people, or may find other people that you bond with more than the people that you thought you were with. Doesn't hurt to have more friend groups. It doesn't hurt to have a friend group that only solely focuses on what you like. Because I talked to a friend about that. You know, she was definitely more into like the tech side, and you know, her friend group was a little bit more creatives, and she was kind of having a little bit of FOMO, because you know, it was something that she was kind of like, yo, I want to be creative, or do I not? You know, but I'm like, I heard her and I'm like, then it seems like tech is what you're passionate about. So not saying your friends don't care, but they may not care about what you care about. So you got to find people that align with that.
And I feel like there's different levels for sure. So that's definitely some good advice. And I guess before we start wrapping it up, I did want to ask you, what are we to look forward for from Cameron Reed? We got some projects.
That's it, really.
Yeah.
The project, and that's it. Hey, after the project, I'm done. I'm retired in Houston. I love y'all. Pay my fee if you want to still book with me. But no, I mean, I want to get everybody together, and you know, I want it to be the best experience. This is it. This is the last rodeo, y'all. I've done as much as I can. I've gave the city all of me that I could give. You know, I may not work with every single body, but you can't work with everybody. It's just not going to happen. But for the people that have worked with me, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Those that have came through for me when I needed you, appreciate and love you. Those that have never spoke down on my name, I appreciate and love you, and I've always supported my work from day one to day zero, or have been a loyal supporter ever since they found out about me. I love y'all, everybody from the east to the west. I love y'all. Be kind to one another. Try to think about another person in their shoes sometimes, even if it doesn't line up with yours. And I just try to tell people, don't make the same mistakes I did, because I don't want people to go down a road that I've already seen. Because even though I've reached the highest of heights in my accomplishments as a 24-year-old male at this point, I feel like there's still things where it's like, okay, I'm still learning and finding ways to be better at. So that's what I would say. Okay,
I love that. I definitely really happy that we were able to get here, because it's been a little time, and I feel this is what I wanted to ask too, because I know that there was some talk about it.
Go ahead.
And can we expect a photo gallery from Cameron Reed?
Oh man, probably, maybe. I think that I was scared because of politics. I was really kind of nervous because, like you said, I don't like that person. So, and, people aren't thinking for themselves. Yeah. So like if my friend isn't going, I'm not going to go. Yeah. I thought that it was like, if I put all that money into it, some people would go. But I mean, I'm be a little egotistical. I'm be a little bougie. I wanted to turn out. I want to turn out.
Like I want it would be good. I feel like you really, and I think it really goes back to this. You really don't know who's watching you.
Facts.
I think really don't,
because a gallery is a lot of money, and it's not and let me tell y'all, it's not the photos that are the problem. It's not blowing them up and putting them in the frame. It's the other production to make it as an experience. Exactly. Sure. So I think that, but some people don't know that. Some people think it's maybe easier. Or it's just, putting photos in the room. I want to create an experience. I want a gallery to be like a museum. Yeah. I don't want it to be just like you walk in, see. I want you to see the actual piece we used, or maybe the props that you can actually see. Like, oh dang, like that's the actual whatever. Yeah. Because that's the one thing I took from museums. It's like not only are you like seeing and reading off videos and plaques, but you're seeing the physical thing right there.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. So, yes, guys. I think that was it. That was it.
That's it. We wrapped
the pop your shit.
Yeah, I got the pop my. I think, hey, there's no more. Some of the stuff I can't say, because I don't want to, blow up your spot. But if people want to know more, they can come talk to me. They come DM me any questions, whatever. Come check me out.
Let them know where they can find you.
Let me know. Come find me out at Cameron Reed Studios on Instagram. That's all I got right now. I deleted my old Twitter because it kind of got boring. But yeah, for the most part, okay. And also going to start doing more videos. Going to start directing more. So be in the loop of that. So we are going to start rolling out videos here soon. But I think we're good. I think we could wrap that. Okay. Thank you, Sierra. Everyone give a virtual clap for Sierra for facilitating this platform for me to be on and just help me set up all this stuff. And I'm really thankful for her and the Black community. Thanks you for putting Black creatives and also other people on the platform as well.
I definitely appreciate it. Like, it definitely was a good time just kind of getting you on here and just really talking, because you said something in the beginning, which is we are artists, but we are still people. There's a lot of emotion, passion, and love that we do, and it's just like we take our shit a little serious around here. Okay?
We're sensitive.
Okay, we're sensitive about our shit.
We're a little sensitive. We don't do this just for shits and giggles. I mean, it's fun, but we do this, to try to start something.
Yeah, absolutely.
This for real.
So yes, I will have all these things down in the description. Thank you guys for tuning in. I cannot wait to really just start getting just a lot of different things in the works. It has definitely been, it's been a little minute since I've done a podcast recording. It's probably been a couple months because I've been traveling, doing all the things.
She's been doing crazy things.
And so I think I'm definitely going through a little transition right now. So I'm just really just sitting still and seeing how that is. But one thing is for sure, this podcast, it is very fueling. I love conversation. I'm very intellect when it comes to deep conversation. So just being able to do this and share it with you guys, I am so thankful. So definitely tune back in, and we will catch you guys on the next.
Catch you guys later.